good?
Yes, everything good now.
Oh, wicked. Al, what are you making of doing all these interviews? Is this something you enjoy, or is it a bit of hard work?
Well, it's really a lot of interviews, you know. I love it, you know. I do it for the fans, but it sometimes it gets a little bit of my energy, you know. But it's okay. I love it. It's a part of the job, you know. I do like 10 of these a day. It's crazy.
Well, we won't keep you for very long, Al. We'll try and wrap this up now within 10 minutes. If that's okay.
Yes, great, bro.
Oh, wicked, mate.
Now, congratulations, first of all, Alen, on your win in Fight Camp, knocking out Shondell Winters. Now, what have you been up to since, mate? I believe you've gone back home to Croatia. Are you relaxing or training?
No, I am back home, but I was just relaxing for 5 days, and then I went back to sparring. So I already did like 5 sparring sessions. So Eddie Hearn messaged me today, said he's working on my next fight. So I think it's gonna be even this month. So I'm ready, you know. I'm not in a chilling mode or anything, you know. Still savage.
Oh, wicked, mate. After the Winters fight, Al, you said you want another fight pretty much straight away. Is that because you love to fight, or you just really eager to get to the top as quick as you can?
No, that's because I want to be a fan-friendly fighter. You know, I want fans to love me, and I succeeded in that, and that was always my dream. So now I want to feed them the savage all the time because the fans want to see me. And when the fans want to see me, I can live out of boxing. You know, I can't live out of 2 fights a year. Nobody cares about me. I want to fight every month. You know, I want to bring something old into this new, you know, something old, you know, old school.
Yeah. Now we know you're obviously a man, Alen, who loves fighting, as you've said, will fight anyone. Before we come on to Filip Hrgovic'S, I want to ask you about Dave Alen. Is another name that's been mentioned. Is that a fighter? What do you think of him as a fighter? Is that a fight you'd like?
Yeah, of course. He's a very emotional guy. I am a very emotional guy, so I think it will be a great fight. But I don't see any of those names they're putting against me. I don't see them surviving, you know, because they're doing this new age boxing shit. I don't like it. Just waiting. They're so slow and so. I don't do that. I threw 96 punches in first round with Shondell Winters. I don't think nobody can take it because they're not old school fighters. You know? They're just, I don't like they want to show their skills. I don't want to show nothing. I want to kill you. You know, I'm different. You know, I'm different than them. So I think it's gonna be a really, really bad night for them.
What do you think of Dave Alen? Alan, do you think has he got anything that could challenge you? Do you think, or are you just going to blow him out like you did with Shondell?
Well, listen, he has a nice story, you know, his life story. I like it. I like his life story, but in the boxing ring, he has absolutely nothing. You know, he has nothing for me. You know, I don't say that in bad way. You know? I respect Dave Alen. He was in there with some greats, but I'm not into. I didn't come into boxing to box Dave Alen. You know, I want to box top guys. I want to make something different. So in order to do that, I need to go through Dave Alen like he's nothing. You know.
Yeah, I mean, when would you say is likely now? I mean, I suppose you'd like to be on maybe the AJ or Pulev undercard or the White Povetkin rematch. And who would you like to particularly fight on that card if you could pick someone?
Well, I'm gonna be much sooner than that, you know, because I think even in like 20 days I'm gonna be out again. So I think they're mentioned 26th or 19th or something. So I think it's gonna be this guy who was in the finals of the Ultimate Boxer with Nick Webb. What's his name?
Nick Webb. Is it Nick Webb?
No, he was fighting Nick Webb. He lost to Nick Webb in the finals. No? Barnett or something.
Oh,
Barnett,
yeah.
Bennett.
Yeah, that's
Bennett.
right, yeah. Bennett,
He's
yeah.
an Englishman. He's good. He's like 16 in England. So I think he's the next one for me. And next one I gotta go through, you know. And after that is Tom Little. And then I would expect a big fight on the White and Povetkin undercard. It is going to be big.
Oh, wicked, mate. Alan? What's your thoughts on people? People have said, "Oh, Alan's not big enough to be a heavyweight." Does this anger you, or does this make you want to prove people wrong by saying that you're not big enough?
But listen. No, it doesn't anger me at all because I'm always the smallest and the underdog, and I've been fighting heavyweights my whole life. But that's not the case. The case is the most dangerous men are from 80 to 90 kilos. People don't know that. People forget that. Look at Jack Dempsey, Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali when he started. They were all like 90-kilo guys. They're killers, you know. The 115, they're not killers. They're too slow. They're too big. And listen, I can punch, you know, so I don't need anything in my punching power. And I'm only faster than them and fitter than them. So like I told Eddie Hearn, give me the biggest one you have. I'm gonna show you. There's a dog size, you know, dog fighters. We are it, you know, 80 kilo, 90 kilo, even smaller than me. I had some losses in cruiser. I never lost in heavyweight, never in amateur. I had like 20 fights in amateur, in heavyweight, and like 16 in cruiser. And I lost many fights in cruiser, but never in heavyweight because I told you we are stronger than them. You know.
Do you enjoy being the underdog, Al? Is that something you enjoy?
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Do you enjoy being the underdog in fights? Is that something that you enjoy?
Yeah, of course. No, I am the underdog. No, I don't. You know, I just accepted it. I don't. I love that the fans are loving me, and soon enough, I'm not gonna be underdog no more. You know, but I love this. I don't love. I'm just used to it. You know, I'm used to it. It's part of my life. You know, and I do have some strength in it. You know, because everybody's looking down on me. And I always surprise them, so they're not going to looking down for me for long, you know.
Now you mentioned Filip Hrgovic, which is for fellow Croatian as well, as we know. Is it true that he's insulted you quite a few times, Alen? Is that true?
Yeah, he looks down on me all the time. You know, even now when I did all this, I shocked the world literally. And he said like, it's nothing. He's not to my level. Who the fuck are you? You know. Who the fuck is he to tell somebody who fans don't listen? My country don't know. Nobody loves in Croatia. He's like all stuck up, all beautiful and shit. I want to break his bones, you know. I'm a grinder, and I'm gonna come as an underdog, a big underdog. He's Olympian. He's Olympic medalist. I know about that, but I'm gonna come as a big underdog. It is a perfect story for me, you know.
How big would that fight be amongst Croatian boxing fans, Alen?
It would be the biggest fight in Croatian history because we never had such two fighters in a rivalry, you know, like top 60 guys who hate each other. I really hate him, you know. I don't like him a bit because he represents everything I don't want to be, everything I fight against, you know. I fight against those kind of guys, you know, all cocky, all stuck up and stuff. You know? You're just gladiators, you know. We are on the will of the fans. I keep telling that. People forgot that. Now the fans have to satisfy themselves with crumbs, you know, with bad fights. I want to give them true fights, you know. I want to give the fans what they want to see. They want to see blood. They want to see gladiator stuff, you know. They don't want to see someone doing 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Fuck that, bro. That's not boxing.
Oh, wicked, mate. Do you think the fight's got to be in Croatia, Al, or would you be happy for it to be maybe in the UK or in the US?
Well, listen, I know he's not going to take that fight because he has too much to lose. And I just came to the scene. So he's there like 4 years. So he's not going to risk it all. But in time, I will be top 30, top 20 for sure. Next, maybe even till this year ends, I think I will be top 30 fight. He's like 22nd, so he will have to fight me, you know, because Eddie Hearn has 2 Croatians, and Croatia is a small country. It's not really a pay-per-view country, you know. So he's gonna say, you two battle it out. You know, one is going everywhere, and one is not, you know.
Yeah, I suppose as you mentioned, the good thing with you both being involved with Eddie is that there can be no excuses, mate. That fight, you know, should happen.
Yeah, and I'm like that, you know. I'm humble. I don't listen. I have 2 personalities in myself, you know. I have Alen and I have the Savage. So Alen is just a humble guy, and I don't need all this fame and stuff. But Savage wants to fucking kill somebody, you know. So I'm so relaxed in that fight, and he's gonna be fucked up, you know, because he can't handle it. He's not mentally near strong as I am. And people forget how important that is in boxing, you know. I'm only mentally strong. My body is fucked up. My one leg is shorter. I have scoliosis, you know. I have so many. I had 4 surgeries on my nose, so I'm all fucked up. But I'm mentally strong, because the losses in my life were terrible, and they taught me a lesson, And yeah, now you can't broke. I was broken. I was broken hundreds of times. You can't do nothing to me, And he is on the silver spoon kind of guy, He had it all perfect. So a moment the fight doesn't go his way, he's gonna find himself in a shit mix, I live in that chaos. I accept chaos,
Yes, right, mate. I read a quote. Even his manager has said, that you've been riding off the back of his name. Do you think deep down they might be a bit frightened that they could, he could lose to you?
Listen, he said, I've been writing, I don't fucking care about his name. People in Croatia love me, don't love them. So I'm bigger than he in Croatia. It's a stupid thing to say. It just shows how he thinks it's all about him, Fuck him. I don't fucking care about him. I said to every press, I don't want to talk about him. I want to fucking kill him, I don't want to talk about him. And he's like, oh, he's using money. He's just a crybaby, just fucking cry. I go home and sleep, Don't have to do nothing. He doesn't even know how to talk. I will fight with him, but he doesn't know how to talk English. Doesn't even know how to talk Croatian. So what am I going to do with him? What am I going to do with his name? Fuck him.
Yeah. Now, you've said about your fighting style. Just before we leave you go, Alen, you said your fighting style, as we know, the savage. You love to come and have a fight and look for that big KO. I'm just wondering, were there any fighters that were sort of idols to you, or you sort of modeled the style of, as you were watching boxing when you were younger?
Of course, I watched George Foreman, I watched Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier is my number one. So you can see some Joe Frazier. He was much better than me, but you can see some Joe Frazier in my style. I throw this left hook often as I can, whenever I see it. And I end all of my fights with left hook. So I do a lot of Joe Frazier. I do a lot of Muhammad Ali when I can. I do a lot of Foreman when I'm tired. So I do Jim Dempsey. I do Rocky Marciano all the time. I'm setting up that right, So I'm really a student of boxing, I know every boxer since the 20s, the 30s, James J. Braddock, all the way to here, Max Baer and stuff, So I really love boxing, and I studied so much. Even on the small phones, we had some small phones. This kind of.
Yeah.
And I watched Wikipedia, and I read all about those great guys, Jack Jones, Jack Johnson and stuff, Every of them. I love them all, and Hrgovic'S doesn't know any of them. So he just thinks, oh no, it's you, fuck you, bro. Those are guys, Joe Louis. Those are fucking stories. You can make 100 movies about Joe Louis, let alone all the other guys, Sugar Ray Robinson and stuff. So I take all of my stuff from them. And I have Olympic coach who has 2 Olympians in one club. So I don't miss at technique and stuff.
Awesome, mate. Do you ever go into the ring, Al, with a game plan, or is the game plan literally to knock the other person out and that's it?
No, listen. Game plan I have with my coach in the gym. When I go to the ring, he doesn't need to tell me nothing. I just go in and I do the same thing. I don't care if you're orthodox, if you're southpaw, if you're tall, if you're big. I go in the same way. That was boxing years before, decades before. That was boxing. No, nothing. I'm not going to adjust to nobody. I'm never going to I'm going to be in the center of the ring, and I'm going to deliver big KOs. I'm never going to adjust to nobody, I'm not going to adjust to Filip Hrgovic. I'll lose that fight. If I go do jab with him, I'm going to lose it, So I have no other way. I need to go the hard way, and I love it. And the fans love it. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Now, Alen, just before we let you go, obviously that Filip Hrgovic fight looks like one possibly for the future, which is a very exciting one. Just tell me before we go, what's the plans now for the Savage for the rest of the year?
Well, now the plan is to have a fight this month in like 20 days against that guy, Burnett. How is
it Nathan Burnett? Is that right, Al?
Yeah.
Well, I think it is. He fought Nick Webb in the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, that's him, yeah.
I look at him like 2 minutes and want to knock him out. No problem. So after that, next month, I have a fight with Tom Little. he's a crazy guy. We are friends actually on Instagram. You know, we exchange messages. I like him, but in the ring he's gonna be a savage, so he doesn't care. He's gonna be Tom Little, and then my third fight is gonna be on the Povetkin and the Dillian undercard. And I hope it's gonna be a bigger than Tom Little. You know.
If it wasn't Hrgovic'S on that show, Alen, is there somebody else? What about maybe someone like a Huey Fury, who I've seen mentioned as being paired up with like a Dave Allen at the moment, someone like that, or no?
Well, yeah, of course, whatever fans want to see. You know, if fans doesn't want to see me in Hrgovic, I'm never gonna fight him. If the fans want to, because listen, I have a unique style, you know, so every fan is interested in what I can do. So just put me against someone who is technical and see what happens. Put me against someone who is fighter, see what happens. That's what boxing is all about. You know? Bringing the old school back, you know, and I want to have a lot of fights. I expect 3 fights this year and another, I don't know, 10 next year, if it's possible. No? I want to go that way. I want to fight often.
Oh, yeah. Mate. Well, Al, on behalf of Southwest Boxing Media, thanks so much for your time today. We let you get off because obviously you've got a lot of interviews. And we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we can catch up with you soon.
Yes, of course. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Alen.
Thank you, Alen. Take care, buddy.
Thank you, guys.